Beat is back. Billings, welcome to another episode of the Billings Beat. My name is Neil Byer, your host, realtor, and founder of Alephus Real Estate Group. Today, I'm at Bethany Joy Pilates in the heart of downtown to speak with owner and instructor Bethany Joy Beal. Bethany, to begin, can you just give us an introduction to your business and kind of tell people what they can expect when they come here?
Yeah, so it's a reformer Pilates studio. So I've got group reformer classes and then privates as well. So when you come in, you can either choose to do one or the other, but the group classes are reformer based, so that's what we're sitting on, and then the privates have all the full equipment. They are 50 to hour-minute sessions, so you've got 50 to 60-minute sessions, and it's just a low-impact, full-body workout that focuses on body alignment, posture, building strength, balance, and a lot of core work and moving the spine in all different directions. Does that answer your question?
No, absolutely.
Okay.
But, you know, I'm kind of intrigued by these guys right here. You call them the reformers?
Yeah, it's a reformer.
So can you kind of tell how they work? I mean, obviously you lay on it and then there's...
Yeah, so it's spring tension, so there's several different springs on here of different levels. And you usually start the class laying down on the reformer, traditionally, classically, with a warm-up, and then there's all kinds of things. So you can be standing on it doing kind of like lunge work and stuff like that, or you can be laying on your side, you can be kneeling, doing upper body work, but you've got the springs and then you've got the ropes and the loops, so for your arms or legs. So it's a tension-based, almost like a movable bed slash piece of gym equipment kind of put all together. That makes sense.
So, I mean, I think we talked about this earlier, and I think a lot of people have an image of Pilates as similar to yoga,
Yeah.
or on a mat like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this kind of, I'm like, wow, you know, and I'm like curious to know more about Pilates, and I'm curious to actually try it. And
Mm-hmm.
do you find that to be the case with other people who come in here and see these cool machines?
Yeah, I mean, usually it can go two ways. Usually people are kind of intimidated when they first come in because it's new and different. But yes, usually people think Pilates is like yoga work, and we do have mats, so because I'm classically trained, I'll do everything. For the groups, I'll do the reformer and a little bit on the mat because that's kind of the foundations of Pilates and it's important. And eventually I'll have all the chairs in here as well, so you've got different kinds of equipment. But it's pretty intriguing to people, or it's scary, it's like one or the other, but it kind of adds for sure.
Well, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, people tend to like the equipment more than they like the mat work.
And your space is phenomenal.
Thank
I
you.
mean, this place is so beautiful. I feel like I stepped into the Ritz-Carlton of Pilates. I mean, it is a very nice space.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I think it's important that the whole experience is worth the money. So you're coming in not just for the workout, but for the experience that it offers as well. So I wanted to make this space reflect that.
Now, for someone like myself, and you talked a little bit about Pilates, but for someone like myself who knows very little about it and has this perception, you know, and you introduced it a bit, but can you is there more detail you can provide for those people who have never heard about it or aren't quite familiar with it? They've heard the name. I mean, how does it differ from yoga, or how does it strengthen your body? What muscles does it focus on? You talked about posture and spine. Anything else that kind of enlighten people about Pilates and what the goal is with it?
Yeah, so Joseph Pilates created it in the early 1900s to rehabilitate boxers and dancers and wounded. Well, initially it was wounded soldiers. He actually made the reformer from a bed when he was in an internment camp in, I think it was World War I. And that was to help rehabilitate soldiers. And then he kind of carried it to New York for boxers and dancers.
Wow.
So the initial thought was it's kind of helping you get your strength back when you're injured. And then he kind of carried it into a workout that will strengthen you head to toe. So you've got all muscles involved, you know, every single part of the body. And at the same time really focuses on incorporating your core into every single movement and doing every movement in the correct alignment so that you don't walk out of here with one one side stronger or weaker. So you're gonna get your strength training that you would get at the gym. You're gonna get your stretching that you would get in yoga, and then you're gonna get the balance work. So it's kind of a little bit of everything all together. You're not gonna sweat a lot unless you go to, I do have a sweat class, which is the jump board class, and you're jumping, but it is a full body workout head to toe that gives you basically everything you need.
I was going to actually ask you, because I think you've been doing classes all morning, but you look like you just stepped out of a beauty salon.
No, I don't.
But I mean, you don't look like you've been working
well,
and
I don't
teaching
do
classes
it.
all morning.
When I teach, I don't demonstrate. And that's kind of the difference. Well, that's kind of a, Joseph Pilates wanted it to be kind of a mind-body modality, so you want to engage your mind, and most people are visual learners, so it's really, that's one of the challenges when you come into class. I'll be walking around and people are like looking around at me like, what are you doing? And I never demonstrate because Joseph wanted the words to speak through your body, so people have to really listen and pay attention to what I'm saying and then translate that. So I actually don't work out with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been open?
Since March 1st of 2020.
So peak COVID shutdown.
Yeah, so I was open for 3 weeks and then I had to close for 3 months.
So how has that impacted you? I mean, what was it like when you first opened?
Yeah, it sucked. It was awful. It was hard because people in Billings don't really know a lot about Pilates. I was brand new, nobody wanted to leave their homes and nobody wanted to go exercise. So there was a lot of fear, and the initial clients that I got were quitting, and it was hard. It was really difficult, but we survived it, so.
What inspired you to get started, starting a business, being a Pilates instructor?
Well, I went to college for 2 years for kinesiology, and I decided I wanted to drop out. So I made a PowerPoint presentation for my parents, and I was like, this is how I'm gonna get them to be okay with me dropping out, is if I have like a plan, like step by step.
Nice.
This is like, cause I was terrified. So my plan was, if I can show them how I can make a career out of Pilates, then they'll be okay with it. And so I had like, these are the steps I'm gonna take, and essentially you can't really make a career of being a full-time instructor. Like, it's just not really feasible. So my end goal was always to have my own studio.
Your presentation must have been very good, because it seems like they've supported you quite a bit in this endeavor.
Absolutely. Yeah, my dad is my business partner and my architect, and I mean, without them I couldn't have done it. So yeah, they really believe in it, and that's really helpful because my dad does it. They both do it, and they fell in love with it, and so it's really, really helpful to have them both like on board, not
They
just
share
like
that passion
yeah,
somehow.
they just like, and they like it as much as I do, so that's really helpful.
Yeah.
And to have them believe in it. But yeah, so that was kind of how I just always knew if I want this to be my career, I'm gonna have to make it more than just teaching.
Yeah. So how can we spread the knowledge? I mean, what can we do as a community to help people better understand what Pilates is and the benefits? I mean, do you think about that, or?
I do. I try. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm trying. I don't know. Just getting the word out. I think it'll help now that things are opening up and people are actually like trying to get out and do things. I mean, I'm running ads all the time, but just usually it's word of mouth is going to be the biggest thing. So just people that come and love it, or just bring people kind of. And I'm trying to partner with some businesses like Well Paired to do different events and things to get people in here. And I don't know if you know what Athleta is. It's a workout brand.
I think so.
Yeah, so they have a store in Bozeman, and they're going to open a store here, which nobody knows, but now they do.
You just announced
I
it.
did it. Yeah, and so we're going to do like a partner event here where they'll bring all their clothes down and do a pop-up. So I'm trying to get like things that people know about to partner with me, so they can kind of, if that makes sense.
Right,
that's
absolutely.
my mindset right now. But.
Is there anything new or exciting taking place that you want the community to know about?
So I have reformers, and then there's another piece of equipment called a chair. So I'm going to add that on in the summer, in the coming months.
And it's more than just a chair. I mean,
it's called a chair. No, it's a piece of equipment.
Who branded that?
Yeah, I mean, well, actually, the first one actually could flip over in your home and turn into an actual chair.
Okay.
It's called a wounded chair. So he created it so it could be like a piece of furniture in your house that you could turn over and make into a Pilates equipment.
Right.
So yeah.
Practical and useful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of what his thought was. But yeah, so we'll add some more equipment in, get some new fun classes, so that'll be good.
And what are your hours? I mean, if people do want to come in here and do Pilates, what opportunities do they have? I mean, can you talk more about the hours in terms of classes and then also private lessons?
Yeah, so I'm open Monday through Saturday. I do not offer privates Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I do Monday through Thursday. And then classes, there's a 6 a.m. every day. That's usually the busiest one. I've found 12:15 every day and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. And then 4:30 class sprinkled in and a couple 7:30 classes right now. And then any time in between those that people want to do privates, I work with them and kind of schedule. So mid-morning, mid-afternoon. And then 8 a.m. and 9:15 on Saturday mornings for classes.
And anything that maybe people don't know about you, you know, anything you want to divulge that might surprise people about Bethany?
I don't know. I'm from here. I went to Billings Senior. I'm 23.
Moved around quite a bit though, right?
I did, yeah. I lived in Bozeman for college, quit college, worked in Bozeman. I was working 5 jobs at one point because I was like determined that quitting college was the right thing. So I worked.
So what jobs have you done besides Pilates?
Oh gosh. I worked at CJ's when I was in high school here, and then church camp. But City Brew, lots of being a barista. I worked at Big Sky Coffee in town, and I worked at the Montana State, the gym. I taught mat Pilates there. I worked at Solace Hot Yoga before it turned into Good Vibes.
Were you an instructor there?
I was. I taught bar, actually, heated bar. I taught at Bozeman Hot Springs. I have a gym there, so I taught mat Pilates there. And
you're also a runner. You do track. Is that
I
right?
used to run.
No more?
No, I don't run anymore. So my dad and I trained I did a half and a full marathon my senior year of high school, and then after that I quit.
You're like, I'm done.
It ruined my knees.
Oh, did it?
It totally, I had so many injuries that I just was like, this isn't really fun for me anymore. So I kind of quit. I mean, I still do cardio, but I prefer this. But yeah, no, I worked up in Flathead Valley, and I taught Club Pilates in Bozeman, and I taught in Oregon, and a lot. I've had a lot of jobs. I was a hostess up in Whitefish. Like I just
that must
kind
have
of.
been a cool job.
Yeah, it was fun. I like that area a lot, so that was fun. But I kind of was living in Kalispell and working 2 jobs in Kalispell and 2 in Whitefish, so that was kind of, yeah. It's nice to be at one spot now.
Do you have goals for the next year?
I always have goals. I mean, yeah, I'd like to triple my membership. I know that sounds like a lot, but
No, it's good to set your goals high.
yeah, that's the goal. I'm just focusing on members right now, so.
How does membership work?
Well, you can do drop-ins or just buy packages, basically, where you come in whenever you want. But the membership works where you get a way, way, way reduced price, but you're on a monthly auto draft. So you're charged every month.
Right.
And then you get either 1 class a week, 2 classes a week, 3 classes a week, 4 classes a week, or unlimited. So there's tons of options for it. But if you're a member, the cost is way less, but you just are committing to at least 6 months at the studio.
And where's this information available? Do you have a website?
I do. I have a website, BethanyJoyPilates.com.
BethanyJoyPilates.com.
Yeah, everything is on there.
So thank you so much, Bethany, for giving us your time and teaching us more about Pilates, teaching us about your business, introducing your business. I honestly plan on coming here and checking out Pilates. You've sold me these reformers. I want to know what they do. But also, it's a beautiful, beautiful space.
Thank you.
I think, as you said, it's the whole package here. I think you can come get a good workout, have a good instructor, and work out in a beautiful area. If you have not been here, if you have not done Pilates, come down, check it out. Bethany will take good care of you. Where are you located again?
First Avenue North.
First Avenue North. So put that in your Google Maps, save it, and come on down when you get the opportunity. This is Neil Byer with the Billings Beat, signing off for this episode. Until next time, cheers.